Real Madrid 1, Alaves 0. So this match was not technical, it was not beautiful football, it was pure bad tackles, pure violence. We had 2 red card challenges and both of them were nearly career-ending tackles. It's like they went band for band. The player from Alaves saw Mbappe's challenge and he said, let me see if I can do something similar. Well, his wasn't on the level of Mbappe's, but 2 red cards, and yes, Kylian Mbappe got a red card, so he's going to miss the next few La Liga matches. But he's not going to miss the Champions League, in case you get confused there. But a 1-0 victory, we will take this victory. It was not the best match. Matter of fact, it was scrappy, it was full of fouls, and one beautiful goal from Camavinga. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the lineup. So, as you can see, Arda Güler starting, and the rest of the lineup was perfectly fine in my opinion. We did have Davide Ancelotti as the coach because Carlo Ancelotti was suspended, so he was actually watching from the box. So was the lineup Carlo's idea or Davide's idea? I do think it was Carlo's idea, but seeing Arda Güler there makes me think it probably wasn't Carlo's idea, because we know Carlo doesn't like to play Arda Güler. But when it comes to Arda Güler and how he played, we will get into that. But let's talk about how important he was to our goal. Because my word, this guy gets the ball, play makes like crazy. This guy's creativity, that pass he made to Valverde, beautiful pass that reminds me of that pass he did for Hendrik. Just a straight pass down the middle, Valverde collects it. It's either Valverde or Camavinga who collected it. They do a 1-2, Camavinga gets it. A beautiful goal from Camavinga, and it's 1-0. Well, before that we did score, but it was ruled out due to a foul from Rudiger. But this would have been Asensio's first goal, and it wasn't a robbery, it was a good decision. However, I would have loved to have seen Asensio score his first Real Madrid goal, or at least his first senior goal. And then after that is when everything just completely went down, because Real Madrid could have went on and won the game, but instead Kylian Mbappe does one of the worst challenges, worst tackles that I have probably seen since Heung-min Son's tackle on Andre Gomez, because that was a leg breaker. This one was nearly a career ender, nearly a leg breaker. And Kylian Mbappe, what was he doing? Seriously, you're a player of such high caliber and he really does such challenges. But I think the heat of the game just got to him. And also, you know, the Alaves players, they were riling him up. Matter of fact, they were riling up all of the Madrid players. So therefore, it was a very chaotic match. It was full of violence. And I mean, that's what we always get against Alaves. If you go to 2024, the exact same situation. Alaves were playing dirty. And for those of you who did watch the match last year, Mourinho, who did play in this game, he was the star of that game. I mean, the guy was playing so dirty, and the fact that he didn't get carded against Real Madrid in the first match was insane. But either way, Kylian Mbappe, he gets red carded, he's going to miss the next few games. Second half comes, and I'm thinking, now is the perfect time to put some attackers on. But Davide Ancelotti, decided, let's keep the team the way it is. He didn't put anyone on. Instead, the team was in a good defensive shape, because in the second half, they were defending very good. Genuinely, this is the first time that I've seen Real Madrid defend so well since the Man City game in 2024. And then it led to Vinny Jr. and Bellingham both being put on, and when they came on, Vinny Jr. got taken down with a similar challenge to the one Mbappe did, but this was an Alaves player. He traps Vinicius' ankle. Luckily, it wasn't even near to that tackle that Mbappe did against Antonio Blanco. Antonio Blanco was a previous Real Madrid player, but that's besides the point. This was a red card challenge, and I think the ref got a lot of things correct in this match. So the team then hangs on for the entire 90 minutes, or 97 minutes, because there were 7 minutes of added time. And let's talk about what is next for the club, because we know what's next for the club. But actually, before we get into what is next, let's have a quick rundown on how each of these players played against Alaves. Thibaut Courtois, a good performance, I will give him a 8 out of 10. Fran Garcia, he got the start in this match. I don't know if he's gonna start the next match. But Fran Garcia I also thought had a decent performance. I will give him a 6 out of 10. Lucas Vazquez, who is often seen as one of the weaker players in defense. Well, he kind of is the weakest player in defense. But to me, he was quite alright. He didn't go up against any insane attackers. But I noticed whenever Alaves were playing and were attacking, they would always pass it onto the left because they knew Vazquez is quite an easy defender to beat. But Lucas Vazquez, I will give him a 5 out of 10. Raul Asensio and Rudiger, I'm gonna give both of their ratings at the same time. I think they both did good. 7 out of 10 for the both of them. Tchouameni I thought was quite decent. Some good interceptions, good tackles and passes. With Tchouameni, 7 out of 10. Kamavinga, he scored the only goal. It was a beauty, and for that I'm gonna give him, besides everything he did in the match, we're gonna give him a 9 out of 10. Valverde, who played in midfield for the first time in I don't know when, but Valverde, a good performance, tackles, passes, everything. I will give him a 7 out of 10. Arda Güler wasn't at his best, but he was heavily involved in the goal, so therefore with Arda Güler we're gonna give him a 7 out of 10. Rodrigo, I felt that he wasn't that involved as he usually is. Matter of fact, he has not been in scoring form for a very long time. I believe it was ever since the Atletico first leg. This guy has just gotten in poor form, and that is the problem with him. He's very inconsistent. But with Rodrigo, we will give him a 6 out of 10. Kylian Mbappe, we can't even give him a rating. I'm going to give Kylian Mbappe a 1 out of 10. That record was stupid. Hopefully he doesn't do anything like that against Arsenal. So what is next? What is next is obviously Arsenal. The question is, are we going to make a comeback? I'm still gonna say yes. I still think we're gonna beat Arsenal. Matter of fact, we are going to beat Arsenal on Wednesday. It's gonna be a fantastic night. And you know, yes, this was at Alaves Stadium. And to be honest, did any of you guys expect anything less than a 1-0 win? I didn't expect a 4-0 win like many others thought. They thought we were going to batter Alaves. If you watch Alaves against Real Madrid, you will know they never batter Alaves. So I didn't expect that. But one thing we can say is, I've been watching Arsenal and I'm seeing some cracks. They drew to Brentford 1-1. They nearly got done by Brentford. That should tell you they are not in their best form. If there's any time to knock Arsenal out, it's now. That performance, Rice, let's be honest, he had a good performance. He assisted Partey's goal. So Declan Rice still is a threat. But we're gonna just have to hope we don't concede any free kicks. Declan Rice is a big threat there, and I think a big mistake Real Madrid can make is give Declan Rice a free kick. So when it comes to the Arsenal game, I'm sticking with my prediction, 5-1 Real Madrid. It's gonna be a magical night. And I know by me saying this, and I read what you guys said in the comment section, you guys were saying I was the only one who was saying these things. Well, I actually have been seeing some other Real Madrid fans on Twitter say that the Real Madrid can make a comeback, but I've been noticing everyone is pessimistic. And the thing is, if Real Madrid don't make a comeback, then it is what it is. Truly it is what it is. Copa del Rey is there, set our focus there. If we can't beat Barca, then I believe our season is fully done. Then our season is done. It's finished. There's gonna be nothing left. We're gonna focus maybe on Club World Cup, if that trophy even matters at this point. And the way Barca is playing at the moment, they got a lucky win against Leganes. You can say the same for this match that Real Madrid played against Alaves. But Barca, it just looks like they're gonna win the league. It looks like no one's gonna stop it. But overall, this match was a good 3-point win. Not the best football. But tell me what your thoughts are on the next match against Arsenal. Do you think the comeback is possible, or are you even more pessimistic after this? But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video because it truly pushes the video out. So smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.